I was looking at Tank comments on TJ Finley, and that really made me think about things. You know, I've been on the holding train, and I'm still with him.
Okay.
But I think Finley been put in a bunch of bad situations.
I'd agree.
I don't think his talent really been able to show. I think he's a lot better than what a lot of people assume. LSU,
Yeah,
the team he was on, they had lost everything. His top receiver didn't even play that year. I mean, he wasn't expecting to start. He come to Auburn, both knees get hurt, get thrown into the fire. We all know how bad an offensive line we've been had last 3 years. I'm just curious if you could get Hugh Freeze and Philip Montgomery and Kent Austin working with TJ Finley. That's an intriguing thought.
If they can't do it, nobody can, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the pass that TJ Finley made in the Iron Bowl 2 years ago to Landon King, I ain't seen many college quarterbacks make that pass that he made. If you get that kind of consistency out of TJ Finley.
And Cole can speak to this better than I can.
Got a leg up on everybody in the competition with the experience that he had being in different systems. So I just want to hear y'all thoughts on that.
Okay, fair enough, Ed. We appreciate you, big dog.
All right, man.
So we saw what the high school, I mean the on-3 scouts and rivals and 24/7. Those throws that he made in the Iron Bowl are the reason he was a 4-star wide receiver, recruited by every major power, five SEC school coming out of high school. He signed with in-state LSU. That's why he had a lot of high expectations when he transferred to Auburn, because he can make throws like that. And it's kind of like a circular conversation but then you want to put in the game tape and see what his down plays are, his bad plays are, his floor. His floor is really low. But like Edward said, is that because he's got a shitty offensive line? Suspect wide receivers.
It's a really interesting subject. We could make a whole show out of.
Yeah, we really could.
Don't Hugh Freeze and Philip Montgomery and Ken Austin like guys that can at least give you the ability to run?
Yeah,
I would say traditionally speaking,
that's one mark against them.
Though Tulsa had a relatively successful offense throwing the football last year with a quarterback that wasn't overly mobile. So
you also don't have that kind of pass rush in that conference either, though, right?
I wouldn't think so. Not in the AAC. I don't think you're going to see the same level of pass rusher that you're going to get in the SEC.
See,
I think – go ahead, Cole.
You were going first. Go ahead, Jay.
I think TJ Finley is absolutely beautiful to watch in practice, okay? When he's not affected by the pocket, when you're just asking him to throw very fluid, just asking him to throw the football and do what he does best. Got an absolute cannon for an arm.
Smooth.
But when he gets into games and he has to make decisions, that is the hard part that I see Edward with saying, yes, he has the capability to be a star quarterback or just a productive quarterback in the SEC. Now, does he have the ability to flip a switch? TJ is still young. I mean, I think when he first starting at LSU, he was 17. Maybe he was freshly turned 18. I think he's just now 20. Maybe he can flip a late switch. You just don't typically see it at the quarterback position. Fair. When you have as many game reps as he has at this point, either you've produced or you haven't. Because he's got he's got 5 games at LSU. He got another, 5 games at Auburn his second year, and then 4 games until he got injured against Penn State. Or no, I guess 3 games because Penn State was the 3rd game of the year. Another 3 games. So he's got a full season worth of reps. And it just – at no point have I looked at that and thought, TJ's it, man. That's where we need to settle in at. That's the quarterback that we need to build around. Could he be that guy? Sure. It's possible. I just – there's not enough proof of concept for me to sell out and say, yeah, absolutely, TJ can be the guy. And with that, I'm going to turn it to Cole because I know you had a thought on this.
Yeah, I agree with Edward that I don't think he's always been in the best situation at Auburn. I don't think anybody has it. Even Bo Nix was in some pretty bad situations at Auburn. Okay. That's definitely going on. You got to improve offensive line. You got to improve at receiver and improve a lot of things to be able to get a quarterback in a comfortable place more often than not, whereas we haven't seen that at Auburn in the last few years. Well, honestly, I think that TJ's problems are right in line with Robbie's problems. I think they have the same problem, which is what you said, J-Head. It's making decisions, reading progressions, doing things that you really don't do as much on the high school level. Maybe you showed on the high school level that you had all the tools, but when you get to the next level and you have a much more diverse playbook, route concepts, things of that nature, you're going to struggle because you've never done it. Some people, it's sink or swim, right? Some people are really good at it. They pick it up pretty quick, some quarterbacks. Others, it's never in their game for whatever reason. I haven't seen any proof for either of those two guys that they can do that consistently yet. And because of that, I am worried about the Auburn quarterback situation very much.